fucked up for the people at home. I'm still going through and I'm setting ratings of 1. And this is probably my quick time saying ready to go. So 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Oh, I accidentally pushed 1 on this photo, no reason to have it, so I pushed 0 and it set it back to 0. So I'm just keeping everything here. No reason to mark that. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. And I'm gonna go a little slower here. And okay, now I just push Shift and so I'm selecting all those at the same time, and I'm gonna label all those 1 as well. So you can do this in bulk, because I pretty much like all those photos. I'm just gonna have to look at them a little closer before I get into it. The reason you do this is when you come here for filtering, you can come down here and just say rated, and it will get rid of all the photos that are not rated at all. So these either have 1 or 2, and then I can even like filter that down to less than 1 star. I mean more than 1 star. So I only did a few that were more than 1 star, so we're going to look at all of these right now. All right. One of the easiest ways to start messing with, okay, also I rated some of these too. I color labeled some of these too. So now, like, that's blue, and you can see the color because I have the color rating turned on right there. All right, so we can see all those things. We were doing comparing, and the way you do that is you click the one that you're looking at, and then go through the film strip and do the one to compare with, and you can keep just scrolling through. And then if you're like, oh, okay, I like this one better than that one, or that one right there, I'm just going to put a 3 on that. All right, y'all see how that works. You can also do this with multiples. With this, I forget what this is called. This is called Survey View, where you can keep on clicking. I'm holding Command here to select several at once, and it'll just keep on adding into that. All right, now let's say you have all these photos that you're trying to select through. It's a lot of photos. So let's say I like all these. One of the parts I really like about Lightroom is these little collections it allows. This is very handy for when you're going through and you're just looking for like 5 photos that you like that kind of say, okay, this is kind of the whole shoot. So I'll come here to create a collection, and this is going to become favorites. And this is the important part. This little button right here, set as target collection. Okay, right now I'm not going to include selected photos because I'm going to show you what this target selection does. But if you did have that clicked, all those would automatically go into this new favorites selection. So now I have this favorite selection. See this little plus? That says to the program, whichever one of these collections have on it, if I click this and either I do Control, Add to Target Collection, or if I push B, it will go into that. So B, and so now go here to favorites, and they will all be there. This doesn't move them in any other way other than through Lightroom saying that collection has these photos. And now if I'm going back into these photos and say, okay, I need to add a couple more of these over. B. It's just a really, really easy way of doing things. It's better than tagging, because now when it's in this favorites, I can move these around to where they're my favorites first, and so the order will change place, not just, see if I try to do that here, well, I guess it does do that, but it won't be permanent because it's by the way it's, the way it originally came in and how it's searching. This will always be like this. All right, and let's see. Okay, that's just the grouping parts, and then we talked about the film strip. You can also re-look at it with, right now it's in a custom order since I moved it. You can also say capture time or added order, or, I mean, it'll do all these different kind of selections, but the custom order will be always the one you did. So there we go. This one right here, we might not go into it. It's in the next chapter. It's face detection. It's weird. I'll just tell you that. It really gets weird when you get into the Creative Cloud, when you upload everything and it's actually asking you to put, well, it suggests names for people you know and things like that, because it'll literally go into your Facebook and say, hey, you know this person, which I find pretty creepy. But anyway, we talked about moving that up and down, enter the film strip, secondary. Okay, secondary display. It is kind of weird when you're using one computer, but if I had a second screen like I usually do at home, this would be my second screen, and I would be able to look at this at the same time. Same time as I'm looking at everything else. So it's very hard to show here, but I can be zoomed in on one and not the other. That way I can look at two things at once. Y'all just need to know that's there in case y'all are using two screens, because right here it just looks awkward. And I can do loops, survey, or grid at that while I'm selecting from the other side. Where else are we going? And that is pretty much it. For those at home, all I want you to do is tell me this headline: City weighs fine of 108K. That's your code word.